Here's a little off the cuff, random, just thought about this anecdote. I use 3 monitors in my trading here. I used to at one point have eight monitors, and I looked like super trader, but I actually wasn't trading that well because I was getting distracted all the time with all these different monitors. I don't even want to tell you stuff that I had on there, but it was 98 bazillion charts and indicators and this and that and the other thing. But then since that time, of course, I've gradually cut it down to 3, which is the minimum that I can have. However, this is what I've been finding out. I get over the course of the day, and be mindful of this. What I'm talking about here is setting your alerts and think about your alerts as trading assistants, telling your trading assistant to watch certain things to tell you when something happens. Other than that, shut the hell up, go get me some coffee, and don't cause me any trouble. And I don't care what your pronouns are. That's the way you treat alerts. And so when I've cut down to 3 monitors, what I do find is that over the course of the day, I get so confused, and I'm looking for all of these different things. And then I scroll, I just kind of hover my mouse over the lower taskbar, and I see that I've got like 15 different windows open. Okay. That's really tantamount to you looking at a lot of things. You can only seriously think about this. There's no such thing as multitasking. It's one of the stupidest, dumbest phrases I've ever heard, other than trust, but verify. It should be verify and then trust. And with multitasking, no, you unitask. That's all you can do is one thing at one time. Computers, they multitask. No, they unitask just at fractions of a second. So it seems like they're doing everything at once, but they're not. My point is, you have a limited attention landscape. And so what I have done in order to manage my information is, rather than keeping 10 or 15 windows open, I just have one browser open, but I have a ton of tabs on the left-hand side, which is very similar to just looking at your desktop and having a stack of things that you need to go through. And then you do one thing, and then you put something else on top of it and do a different thing. The point is, you have one thing in front of you at any given time, and that's what you focus on. Everything else is behind you. You're not even thinking about it. When it's time to think about something, then you move that in front of you. So this is, Fitzpatrick's rules of efficiency, I guess. At least that's what works for me. And stock trading is the same way. It's the same exact way. You just want to set your alerts at key resistance levels, key support levels, key price levels, maybe moving averages, maybe profit targets that you have, certainly stop losses. You want to be notified of these various things, but you want to treat these notifications like instructions to your trading assistant. Your trading assistant can, in fact, unitask, because if 2 things happen at the exact same time, you get notified of both of them. So anyway, so that's why I try to keep the active trade list fairly short. And I don't want, I will caution you against having every single trade open. Anything that I say, hey, here's a trade idea. Hey, here's a trade idea. These are not winning lottery tickets. They're trade ideas. Some of them are going to be good ones, some of them bad ones. Here, for example, not really a profitable one here. In fact, we just got stopped out today. I'm not going back in. It's done. We're done. Got stopped out here. And we're in at 120.25, out at 115.17. So, look, we took a loss here, but not a big one. And that's okay with me, because that's why they call it trading. But my point is, you should not be taking every trade. And by the way, I may be talking to you, You may be sitting there going, and I've seen these posts in the forum, and I kind of feel bad, but not, I mean, again, it's trading. You may be saying like, okay, well, Dan tells me not to take every single trade. So I'm just have bad luck because I seem to take every trade that loses money and take, and not take trades that make money. And so that can be really discouraging for you. I don't really have a blanket solution to that. I'm not going to say, oh, well, then just take a small position in every single one. That goes against what I've said just a minute ago. I would just say be aware that is it's a possibility. Other people say, I'm so lucky, man. I just only take the trades that turn out to be winners. This is awesome. I'll just say that you want to be tracking everything that you do, be taking notes on your trades, see if you can learn from the losers. I try to give you those lessons when a trade loses, but it's most important that you be doing that yourself. For example, with Dexcom, it was average, and that's the way it goes. But we did get a little bit of continuation, but then the stock gained no traction at all, and now it's down below where we entered. A better entry, though you would have had to have been looking for it, would have been an early entry, what Mark Minervini would call like a cheat entry. Again, you can always do a postmortem on any trade and say, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. Well, I should have bought there. Oh, I should have bought on this dip. Fine. But number one, you would have had to have been looking at the chart. You would have had to have had your trading assistant say, make sure you give me a list of all these stocks, and I want to look at them every day. And by the way, tell me when Dexcom does this. I mean, it's like that. So you don't get to take every trade. You don't get to see every entry. You're going to miss most of them just because that is a function of markets. There are thousands of stocks to trade, meaning there are thousands of opportunities to exchange your money for that stock. So you're going to get this every now and then. Hopefully not too often, but maybe so. So look, that's all I got for you. Hope this was helpful to you and a good use of your time.